What if everything you thought you knew about justice was wrong? Picture this. You're locked away for 7 years, accused of a crime so shocking, armed robbery, hostages. You keep saying, "I didn't do it," but nobody believes you. Not your lawyers, not the police, not even the people who should have your back. And just when you think your nightmare is over, your name is dragged into something even bigger. A gold heist worth nearly 2 million euros, 90 kilos of gold, gone. Suddenly, everyone's asking, is this man a criminal mastermind or the most unlucky person in Germany? The truth is darker than you think. On December 19, 1991, in Nuremberg, Germany, a tall, heavy man in all black walked into a bank with a gun. He threatened a worker and took 54,000 marks. He escaped in a taxi driven by a woman. She thought he was just a normal customer until he pulled a gun on her, made her drive, then ran off. She remembered he was tall, over 190 centimeters and very overweight. The bank's camera caught his picture. The news showed it, hoping someone would know him. A police officer saw the photo and thought it looked like Donald Yelfak, who was known to police. When police arrested Donald, he said he had nothing to do with it. He said he was sick with a pituitary tumor, which made him gain weight. He insisted he was innocent and had an alibi. He wasn't even in Nuremberg that day. Police brought in bank workers and the taxi driver to see him. 16 people looked at Donald and said, "Yes, that's the robber." Even though Donald said he was innocent, he was sent to jail until they could find more proof. Investigators called in an ear print expert to compare the robber's ear in the photo to Donald's ear. Ears are unique, just like fingerprints. Donald stayed in jail for 2 years while they waited for the expert's results. At the trial, all the evidence showed Donald was innocent. He was 250 kilometers away in another city, with proof from a hotel owner. The robber left fingerprints everywhere, none matched Donald's. But the bank workers and taxi drivers still said it was him. The earprint expert said the ears matched. The judge ignored all the proof of innocence and sentenced Donald to 7 years in prison. Donald was alone in his cell. If he had confessed, his sentence might have been shorter. In prison, his health got worse. He gained more weight and got 2 brain tumors. He stayed there the full 7 years and got out in 2001. A few days after he got out, he got a call from the Attorney General's office. He thought he was in trouble again, but it was about the old robbery. Police had caught the real thief, who looked just like Donald. Same size, same build. The real thief had done several bank robberies using the same method and left fingerprints that matched the crime scene. Donald was finally proven innocent. The government gave him only 24,000 euros as compensation. After prison, Donald lived with other ex-prisoners, read books, and tried to move on, even though he was still sick. He sued the ear print expert for the mistake. The court agreed, and the expert had to pay Donald 150,000 euros. Donald's story spread everywhere. He became famous, did TV interviews, and made some money. He started selling watches, then opened an antique shop, and began selling gold and jewelry. He met a man named Frank who lived in Ghana. Ghana was a big gold producer, so Donald started working with Frank to get gold and diamonds. They even opened a gold mine together, but Donald didn't have the patience for it and went back to his shop. In 2009, something happened no one expected. A truck carrying 90 kilograms of used gold, worth about 1.8 million euros, was driving near Ludwigsburg, Germany. A black BMW with police lights stopped the truck. 3 men, dressed as police officers, got out. They told the driver and his helper they were under arrest for tax evasion, took their papers, and then took the truck. One fake officer drove the truck away. The other 2 took the driver and helper to a forest, tied them up, and left. When the 2 men got free, they called the real police. The police found out the BMW was a rental. They tracked it to a man named Johar Hijabi, nicknamed Khatar. He was Kurdish, from Iran, lived in Germany, and was a rapper who led a gang. He and his gang did the robbery, then ran to the UAE, then Mexico, then Iraq, where they were caught and brought back to Germany. In court, the judge asked Jowar, "Who gave you the info about the gold truck?" Jowar said, "Donald Yelfak," starts laughing. Wait, Donald? The man who was wrongly jailed before? Police checked and saw Donald had been in contact with Jowar. They met at Donald's shop before the robbery and looked up info about gold dealers online. Donald said he knew the gold shop owner and had sold him watches, but he denied knowing anything about the truck. The police didn't have enough evidence, so Jowar got 8 years in prison, but Donald's trial was delayed. Jowar claimed they gave toll gold to Donald to hide, but Donald said that wasn't true. The gold wasn't insured, so the gold owner lost everything. To see if Jowar was telling the truth, let's look at Donald's past. Donald was born in 1957 in a small village in Bavaria, Germany. His childhood was tough. He was the son of an American soldier and a German woman, and people saw him as an outsider. His parents died young, so he lived with his grandparents. He had no friends and was always alone. When he grew up, he moved to Frankfurt. At 25, he found out he had a pituitary tumor and might die soon. He started using drugs, lost everything, then sold drugs, gambled, and got involved in fraud and theft. That's why the police officer recognized him from the bank robbery photo. Donald already had a criminal record. Before prison, Donald led a gang that tricked people into paying for fake magazine subscriptions. He also lied a lot. For example, he told people he was married in prison and had a fancy cell, which wasn't true. Back to the gold robbery. After more investigation, police found out Donald really did give info about the gold truck to Jowar, after talking many times with an employee at the gold shop. The court said Donald gave Jowar the info, probably for a share of the gold. But when police took Donald to the doctor said he was too sick for prison, so he was set free. Now, Donald lives with his friend Frank near Nuremberg. He's very sick and can't walk, so Frank takes care of him. Frank says, "I'm overweight too. Maybe one day I'll need someone to help me, just like I'm helping Donald." While in prison, Jowar wrote songs and a book about his story. After he got out, he became famous, made rap songs, and even made a movie called Rhine about his life. He became a hero to some people, even making a gold coin with his nickname Khatar. So, who do you think is the real thief? Khatar or Donald? Let us know what you think in the comments. That's the end of the story. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe so Beyond the Crime can grow. Want to hear another story? Check out these videos for more mysterious cases. See you next time. Thanks for watching.